Hello and welcome to Live Life Fully, the show. I am here with another fantastic guest today, and I can't wait for you to meet her. She's one of my favorite friends on social media. We never met in person, but you will hear so much about her, and I can't wait to have her here during my interview. In the meantime, welcome everyone. I am so glad you're watching either the live show right now or the replay. Thank you for taking the time to watch the replay. My name is Sabrina Cadini. I'm a holistic life coach, brain fitness coach, lots of fun stuff, and the creator of the life work balance system for busy professionals. So if you are one of them, I'm so glad you're here watching the show today. As you probably know, my new book, Live Life Fully, is available for pre order. Yay! I know you will love it, and I can't wait for you to read it. So, as you know, on the show, I usually talk about key points, types of audiences that the book might be good for. And today we'll be talking about key point number 7, which is upgrading your life. So, a winning mindset amplifies focus and clarity, boosts positivity, creativity, and productivity for overall success. So, life lovers, this is for you. Who doesn't want to feel amazing? Who doesn't want to live and work better? You can get anything you desire if you want to. Really, believe me, you can accomplish your goals better and faster if you want to. You are the creator of your life. It's not easy. I know it's easier said than done. You have to work on it. You have to invest the time, you have to put in effort, you have to be consistent. You have to show up every single day to build your future. And the time is now. And my guest today is living proof, and I can't wait to chat with her. You will see, you will learn so much from her. So once you apply all the changes we discussed in the previous shows, which are eating better, sleeping more, moving daily, managing your stress, practicing self-care, you will be able to see amazing results in your daily life. You will increase confidence, self esteem, focus, clarity, purpose, and you will know where you want to go. Because, guys, feeling better will also boost your creativity, positivity, productivity, and you will be able to accomplish anything you want in a better way and in less time. And the results will show in your personal and professional life. Win win situation here. So, in Live Life Fully, I will show you how to create and maintain habits that will upgrade your life and your business, and how to manage your time seamlessly with proven techniques. After I created and applied my life work balance system to my own healing years ago, you probably know about my story. My well being improved dramatically, my career soared, my business skyrocketed. So, I'm telling you now it's time to do the same. I really invite you to do the same. So let me know in your comment box, are you ready to upgrade yourself? I hope I will read a lot of yeses here because, again, today is the time to make a big change in your life. Live Life Fully is available as pre-order through my crowdfunding campaign, and you can order it at subcad.link/book order. Okay, now enough about me because I want to welcome my wonderful friend and fabulous guest today, Irene Beattie, all the way from Ireland, you guys. Was it a long trip to come
There.
here to us? Oh my gosh, I am so glad to have you, Irene. Such an honor. And let me tell you, I adore you. I don't know. I can go on hours and hours to talk about you and the way you inspire me, and of course, thousands of people on social media every single day. I feel, I would say, blessed to call you a friend, even if we never met in person.
I
Would you
know
say that,
this is the
right?
thing. You know, all our Skype calls and our Zoom calls and our, every single day interaction on social media. That it's like we know each other.
Exactly. I know. Yeah, we know our little secrets, our little
Yeah.
things, the life happenings, and everything. And I always say technology can be a bad beast because if you fall victim of it, it's not a good thing. But if you know how to use it strategically and cleverly, I mean, it's such a blessing because you can meet so many people around the world and create friendships,
Well,
right?
we've proven that by our friendship here and by also our threads on Twitter and women supporting women.
I love that. Yeah, I really do. Yes. So let me say something about your bio, your story, and then we'll go into detail because you have so much to share and so much to inspire.
Here all day.
So Irene had many career changes from waitressing and being a tour rep in Cyprus for 4 years. You're like a globetrotter. Then in retail management in the UK for 3 years. And then she started a family while continuing on retail management role. And then in 2011, she went freelance as a visual merchandiser. Then back to retail management for 5 years before heading to social media content creator. Irene has two beautiful sons and one daughter, and they are her greatest life achievements. I would say she is a big mom with a capital M. You know, the perfect mom, and probably because you're European like me, so I also, call my mom with a capital M because we put
Kids
a
would
lot of.
go and ever.
Yeah, I mean, family is such a big value for us, right? So it's
Yeah.
very important. And health has been unkind to Irene for the last few years, but it's taken her on a journey to a healthier lifestyle and fitness regimen. And this journey has shown her where her strength and determination, both mentally and physically, can take you when you focus and practice self care and balance in your life. I told you I couldn't have a better guest than Irene to talk about self care and balance in life on this show because I mean, she is living proof, as I was saying earlier. So, welcome, Irene. Would you like
Thank
to
you
tell
so
your
much.
story? I mean, we don't have to go into detail, but to share a little bit about your journey and what you learned along the way.
Yeah, well, I suppose really, I mean, I was fighting fit person, not a bother on me, working away, and had a few issues with my back, so I had to have surgery on that, and that was fine. That wasn't an issue. And 2 weeks after the surgery, then I suffered a myocardial infarction, which is basically a heart attack. And I went back to work 3 months later, and I was still traveling to the UK. I was still traveling to Germany. And I just found at that time then that it was too much stress on me, and I really needed to take a back seat. So I left retail management and I went into social media management. And that's where I met so many wonderful people. And really, how my journey started, my fitness journey started, was in 2017. Well, actually, December 2016, I was diagnosed with an underactive thyroid. And I knew something was amiss because I wasn't really eating, but yet I was putting on weight. And for a person that never had a weight issue, this something wasn't, there was alarm bells ringing. So I was put on medication into December, and January 2017, I went to the gym. I'd never been in the gym in my life. And basically, I worked my ass off. There's no other way for it. And in 6 months, I had lost 3 stone in weight, the 3 stone that I had put on from the underactive thyroid. And I kept on the fitness journey. And then I went with a personal trainer, and that was the best thing I could have done because he showed me all about the nutrition that I needed to change my whole lifestyle with nutrition, and which I did that as well. And I kept on with the going to the gym because I found then it was a great stress relief for me. It was a place where it was my happy place, is what I call it. And I really enjoyed it. And it was like my hour away from myself. It was my self-care. It was something that I was doing for me and for my health. Now, there was some days I didn't have the energy, because with an underactive thyroid, you suffer with fatigue. Your metabolism slows down, which causes you obviously to put on weight. So I was nearly like fighting my body at times. But I found the strength to carry on because I could see, I was trusting in the process and I could see that it was working. And I kept on doing that. And then in September 2018, that's when I was diagnosed with the autoimmune disease. And that's when I realized, then I started delving into it more, and I joined the Thyroid Society in the UK. I started reading up loads about it. I found out then about your gut health, about leaky gut. I listened to so many seminars on all of this, and I decided, there was things I had to avoid. I had to avoid gluten, all processed foods. I had to put in, make sure I was eating fish to get iodine in my system, selenium, which is really good if you have an autoimmune disease. And I just had to really, recognize what was stressing me, because with an autoimmune condition, your body is under stress. All of your organs are under stress all of the time. So when you go into the gym, you're putting your body under stress. But for me, which is, I'm not a euthyroid person because my thyroid isn't working properly. My organs are under stress all the time. So basically, I stuck with my personal trainer, and I really have to give him a shout out. His name is Dara Curley, and you'll find him at Elevate Fitness on Facebook and on Instagram. And he has been my mentor, and he's been there for me every step of the way. And I don't think I could have done the journey without him. Each year I give myself a new word. Last year, 2019, was determination. And I was determined that I had turned 50, and that this was going to be my year to, really get myself back on track and get my, although I still, obviously, my thyroid is up and down. Sometimes it goes out whack. There's nothing I can do about that. So I'm obviously on medication for that. And so we kept at it. And then I had a bit of a break this year because I had further surgery, and I had to have a break from exercising this year. But my word for this year was thrive. And I actually went to a Thrive convention in Dublin in February. And it was all about, healthy eating. It was all about fitness. And fitness is a very big part of my life now. I can't imagine my life without it, to be honest. The minute I put in my AirPods and put on my gym gear, it's like I just turn into another person. And to be quite honest, Sabrina, if somebody had said to me 5 years ago, Irene, you'll be in the gym and you'll be squatting the weights you're squatting or leg pressing what you're doing, I would have said, no way, not with my back condition. And then obviously everything else that happened afterwards. So it kind of just goes to show where you need to trust in the process, but you also need to have the determination and the motivation to do it. And when you have those, and I'm a very determined person, when you have those, you will succeed. But you have to trust in the process. It's not a marathon, it's a sprint. And you have to take it slowly. You're not going to see the results overnight. I didn't see them overnight either. There is times I don't feel like going to the gym. I mean, obviously at the moment I can't go to the gym with obviously the lockdown, but I'm doing Zoom calls with my personal trainer, and that's keeping me motivated at the moment. I do a lot of walking as well. And basically, it's really important to have daily exercise when you're suffering with any kind of, health condition. Sleep, absolute, you have to have it. Your body just can't function without it. And your gut health and your brain health all go together. Your mind and body go together, and you have to be in that zone to do it. And I'm just very lucky that I have good friends around me that are very kind to me. And on days when I feel I haven't got it in me to get to do my exercise, or get to the gym, that there's always somebody there to push me, or my personal trainer is only a phone call away. And that's what I need sometimes. And I'm one of these people that I need to be answerable as well. So having him there is nearly like a crutch at times. But yeah, I focus on each step of the process. I know at now I can't control the end result, but every day I get up and I do what I have to do from me, and it's my self-care from me. So
Oh my goodness. See, guys, I told you we have so many golden nuggets shared by Irene. I mean, your journey allowed you to really learn about your body, about your mind and body mind connection. We talk about exercise, importance of sleep, about the gut brain axis, which is something that I am so passionate
sorry,
about.
just talking my I'm
Oh,
losing a bit
no,
of.
no worries, no worries. Hello, Alan on Periscope. So nice to see you. And I also wanted to say hi to Natasha.
Oh,
Paulo, yeah, she's here to listen. I don't think she can stay for the whole show, but I'm so glad that she was able to
that is
join
so
us.
good,
So big,
Lee.
big hi to you. And Alan is saying, I understand Irene. And so, yeah, we
Oh,
have someone else who is definitely on the same page with all of us here. And I
oh,
am
this
so,
is
so, so
brilliant
glad.
because I think for me as well, joining the Thyroid Society was really good because it helped me to understand there was like there's 90,000 people in the UK Thyroid Society, and every one of them could have been me. When I heard their story, I was like, hold on a minute. I suffer with bloating. I suffer with fatigue. I suffer, my eyebrows. Sometimes I'm losing hair there. I have extremely brittle nails. I have these sometimes horrendous mood swings. Um, and other times as well, although my body is really tired, my mind is so active, and
Exactly.
I know I need to do things and I want to do them, but my body will not allow me.
Of course.
And it's hard at times, Sabrina, because on the outside you look normal and you look fine, and nobody it's very a silent illness, because nobody can see how you're feeling on the inside, and nobody can see some days how you really have to push yourself, because they just see you and they say, oh, you look great, or they don't see what you have to go to get to where you are.
Yeah.
So
And it's
that's
even
why I'm
more
saying, it is a marathon, it's not a sprint. And you have to be
true.
kind to yourself. You really have to be your own best friend, and you really have to, self-care is not selfish. People think, when they hear people saying about, oh, self-care, or and no, it's not selfish. It's looking after you, for you, because at the end of the day, if I don't look after me, who will? Okay, my children are not children, they're adults, but they still all live at home. So I'm doing this for them, that they will have their mother around for a lot longer. Because let's face it, I have had a lot of things in 5 years. It's not just, one thing. I've had quite a few surgeries, and they all have all been big surgeries. So my kids have seen me go through all of that as well. So I hope they get some inspiration from me, to see, at the end of the day, if you're strong willed, and at the end of the day, you can't let these things get in on you. Now, they do say, I don't personally see it myself, but a lot of people seem to suffer with depression with an autoimmune condition. I don't. Maybe I don't allow myself to, because I'm quite a happy person anyway. So as you can see, I don't stop talking. But it's basically just recognizing what causes your stress and really steer away from it. Steer away from it, and that's what I noticed, in 2016, the job I had really wasn't helping. I was stressing too much. I was constantly on my phone. I was answering emails, 11 o'clock at night. And I never put my phone down. And my kids now say to me, your phone was never out of your hand, because I was answering emails at that time at night. So that's where the work-life balance comes in. And at the end of the day, your life comes first. Work comes second.
So true. So true. Yeah. So see, Irene is one of my biggest supporters, and we're definitely on the same page because she also puts life before work. I don't understand why people talk about work-life balance. Why should work come before life? Right? We're human beings and we should give priority to ourselves first. And as you were saying, self-care is not selfish at all. And also Natasha was saying your strength is admirable, and I totally agree. Self-care is not selfish. It is a must, all in capital letters. Right? Yeah, and people especially men. I see that with men. Men cannot take time off because they think self-care is something like a girl stuff, and I tell them it's not true. You are a human being like us. You
Yeah.
need to take some time for self-care. It's necessary, otherwise your body will stop cooperating with you, and as you were saying, your body sometimes crashes and it's not
Yeah.
working with you.
And you
It's simply
listen to your
giving up.
body,
That's
and
it.
men as well, because it shows, stress shows in men. It shows. I mean, women, we all seem to carry it in our stomach for some reason, and that's where I realized then, and this was something that I didn't know at the time, and it was an ongoing joke in this house, but it was the constant bloating. It was the constant when I was eating. It was this constant burping all the time. I just couldn't stop it. And it was because I was eating gluten and I did not know. And I had been doing this for years and I didn't know until I went and they said, into the Thyroid Society, and they went, are you eating gluten? And I said, yes. And they said, stop it now. And when I stopped it, I didn't think at the beginning it was making much of a difference, but by God, I tell you, it has made a huge difference to my life. And we are so lucky here in Ireland because restaurants and supermarkets are just full of gluten-free stuff. And it's not like years ago where it was like tasted like cardboard. I everything I get is gluten-free and it's absolutely gorgeous. So there's no issue there with people saying, oh, I'm not going to eat that because it's not going to taste as nice. I have given my kids gluten-free pasta and they haven't even noticed the difference.
Yeah,
So
we do the same.
yeah,
Yeah, we actually eat brown rice pasta, and
I
it's
have a lovely bakery near me as well, and they make this beautiful bread. So there's no even need for me to even make it myself because, and again, the kids are like, oh my God, that is gorgeous. It's wheaten bread and it's absolutely beautiful.
yeah.
But no, I mean, it was a big change for me, obviously, when I'm going out somewhere. Now, obviously, I'm not celiac, so it's not as if I eat gluten that it's going to, really be of dire straits. But I know if I eat something with gluten in it, straight away I bloat.
Yeah. And
So, and then
many
obviously keeping
people,
away from, the fizzy drinks, the processed
yeah,
food, just basically eating fresh and eating healthy.
yeah, yeah, that is so important. And I'm glad that luckily with all this, information that is out there, people are able to educate themselves. It's not like 15, 20 years ago where we would only follow the doctor's advice because that was the only source of information that we had. So today we have the ability to be more educated and more informed. And so again, as I was saying at the beginning, you can make changes if you want to. So
Yes.
you put a lot of investment in time, efforts, and as Irene did, see a lot of research, a lot of trial and error, experimenting until you find the right way to live at your best. So yeah, I completely agree on gluten because I also am gluten free, and
Yeah.
it's not a matter of being celiac, as you were saying, but all of us don't have the ability to digest and process gluten. We are not programmed to do that. So depending on each of us, we might be more resilient or less resilient, but we all have a reaction to gluten. And if you do it every single day by day, week by week, after, month by month, then you start seeing the results, which are not pleasant, because again, gluten causes inflammation in your gut, causes tears in your intestinal lining. So it, leads to autoimmune disease, like in Irene's case, but it can also lead to other diseases, and we don't want that. So
No.
Totally agree. I wanted to put a picture of you exercising, because again, what Irene does is also sharing her fitness journey with all of us on social media, which is so inspiring. And I'm like, girl, I want to be like you. You're amazing. It's so awesome. So this is
some days.
well, look at her. Like, her body is so buffed and perfect, and she doesn't skip a fitness opportunity. And I know that you were mentioning you are doing Zoom calls with your fitness trainer. And I also saw a post from you. Was it like yesterday or 2 days ago that you posted?
Today I had one this morning. Yeah.
Very handsome guy, by the way, right? Very handsome guy, by the way.
Oh,
right?
I've had a few people say that to me today. He is engaged.
Shoot.
I was at his engagement, but he is a fantastic coach. A fantastic coach. So much so, there's so many personal trainers out there that do not do a program that is, specific to your needs. Everything he does is specific to each person. So all of us that train with him my food is personal. My meal plan is for me. My training session is for me. And this is why I have I'm nearly 3 years with this personal trainer, and people will turn around and say to you, oh, why do you need to be with a personal trainer so long? For me, I want to be with that personal trainer because for me it's accountability. So I have to weigh in, I have to send in my measurements. And again, as I keep saying, I'm not a Euthroid person. So I could be heavier this week. I could be, and that's not because I've overeaten. It could be just because I'm carrying fluid. And, again, as I said, when you're dealing with an autoimmune condition, your body is up and down all the time. So it's not, but I'm still always chasing those goals, chasing those gains. And I'm living proof. I did it. It's changed my whole life. It's changed my whole outlook on life. I always loved walking anyway, so that, I still keep up the walking, but don't ask me to run. Now, I couldn't run for a bus, but I can lift. I can lift heavy, and I'm happy enough with that. And as I said, I do the walks, and I do the darkness into light walk every year for the suicide prevention, and that's a 5K walk every year. It was cancelled this year due to obviously COVID, but I went and did it on the morning of the walk anyway, and I was surprised actually to see quite so many people. We all wear yellow, that's the colour everybody wears, because you're walking from darkness into light. For anybody that's suffering with self-harm or suicidal tendencies, and it's a charity and they rely on everybody's help, so I'm quite happy to support them, and I will be doing it in the autumn, and I'll be doing it in Galway with all of my gym friends. So because my personal trainer, I live in the east of Ireland and they live in the west. So I will travel there and I will do the darkness into light walk with them. And then we're also doing a hill challenge. So this year the idea was to do 3 peaks in the UK, but obviously that had to be cancelled. So now they're doing 4 in Ireland. So I'm going to do the Dublin ones. So I'm going to do the hill walk with them in the Dublin ones. So, and then they'll do, different people from different areas will do different walks. But again, it's just all about, I'm just one of these people that I believe that you trust your instincts. It's really your inner voice guiding you. And if something isn't right, and like if tomorrow I wake up tomorrow and I don't feel right, well then I will rest tomorrow. And I will say, right, my body needs to rest today. So I may, want to go to the gym or want to work out, but my body will tell me, and I know my body now, so I can listen to my own body myself. Now sometimes I do push myself, over the limit, but by God, do I know about it if I do.
I
But
love
it's
this.
certainly it's defined my whole body in a totally different shape. Um, it's for me, it's not a vanity thing. I don't ever want to, go and do any shows, or I'm purely doing it for my health. Let's face it, I'm 51 years of age. I'm not 25 going around with a six pack, but at the end of the day, I'm healthy, and I'm healthier and stronger than I have ever been in my life. And I'm talking not only physically, but mentally.
Mentally, yeah, which I think is the most important thing to get you going, right? Because it gives you the
Yeah.
strength, as you were saying, physically and mentally, but also the determination, because you see you are motivated to stay healthy and to keep going, and for yourself, but also for your kids, because you were saying you hope to inspire them. And believe me, you are inspiring them for sure, because they see such a great example in the house. So, oh my gosh, I am
That's why I
so,
decided
so proud of
I
you.
started my fitness journey.
Mm,
That's why I shared it on social media, because I
yeah,
wanted people to see it. Just because you have, you know, health issues doesn't mean that you can't,
true.
work out. And I thought, well, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Let's face it. I mean, I've
Absolutely.
had enough thrown at me in the last 5 years. So for a person that's had, major, back surgery, has had issues with her heart, and everything else. If I can do it, anybody can do it. It's if you want to, you have to want to do this. There's a lot of determination. There's a lot of sacrifices in here, but that's 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 the life I've chosen,
Oh my gosh, yeah, so
and
true.
I'm quite happy to
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you have to be very proud of yourself because you went this far and see you were able to always win, no matter what life threw at you. Always win because you are determined, you're motivated, and you know how to do it again because you do a lot of research and you know what your body needs, which is the most important thing.
Yeah.
Do you think so? I am a big proponent of community, of social connections. And you were saying that the Thyroid Society really helped you because I think, first of all, you saw that you're not alone. You are
Yeah.
having symptoms and you're living a life like many others. So you don't feel the only one, right? So I think it gives you this
Yeah.
sense of belonging to a community.
Well, I didn't know anything about Sabrina. I
Yeah,
went to the doctor, I had a blood test, and I was handed a packet of tablets.
yeah,
I didn't know all of the different things that were going on inside my body. The GP didn't tell me that.
yeah,
Basically, there's a packet of tablets, and you need to take these tablets.
yeah.
So I decided, no, I need to find out more about this because I'm not myself. And that's when I started joining the Thyroid Society. And that's when I started listening to, and it was from yourself, Dr. Tom Byron.
Tom O'Brien. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I also, there's another, I also listened to, obviously, Dorinda the other day that you were speaking
Yeah.
to. And I'm going to, because I really want to look into this. And I know we've spoken about this before, both you and I, about functional medicine,
Mm, yeah.
because I don't want to be on medication for the rest of my life either. So if there's a case that I can, because every time I go and have my bloods done, my medication is raised and raised and raised. So even though I am, constantly working out and I'm, constantly eating healthy, that doesn't mean that I'm not putting on weight, because that's the way my body, that's the way it works when you have an autoimmune condition, but I want to defeat it. I do not want this to determine me. I want to determine it.
I love this. Absolutely. Yeah, you are in control of your life, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. So, what would you, I mean, a lot of people are facing and dealing with autoimmune disease today. We have a lot of toxicities in our world, chemicals, toxins, lifestyle also that leads to autoimmune disease. It's
Yeah.
food, lack of sleep, as you were saying, lack of exercise, lack of self-care. I mean, it's a combination. Our body and brains really need their basic needs, basically, and it's nutrition,
Yes.
sleep, and movement. This is how we were designed hundreds and thousands of years ago, and our genes are still the same. We have this hectic lifestyle that completely throws us off, but our bodies are still the same, our genes are still the same, and we sometimes ignore these needs. And so a lot of people are doomed with autoimmune disease, and they think there's no hope. They just need to take medications and just wait for a miracle. So what would you suggest to those people to do first? Because I'm like you, I could not ever accept no as an answer or just directions from my doctor and do what they say. I want to know more, and I want to be in control of my life.
Mm.
So what would
Well,
you,
first,
such an inspiration
GPs are
for these
not.
people?
Sorry for cutting over you there. Sorry.
Oh no.
GPs are haven't studied enough
Yeah.
in endocrinology. They don't know. So that's why I was just handed a packet of tablets. I also went privately to an endocrinologist. And sadly, in this country, they're not the best either, whether you go private or public. So my advice to anybody that is suffering the way I was suffering, and I knew, this is not right, and it, I'm not getting the answers I want here. You can go join the Thyroid Society. You can Google, you can go on YouTube, you can find so many doctors. And unfortunately, most of them are in the States. You are years ahead of us in all of this. And find your own information, do your own digging, and learn, learn and educate yourself, because you can go and have your bloods done and somebody else can go and have their bloods done, and the range is so big, and they can say you're fine, but you're not fine. So they're looking at these ranges all the time, but that doesn't necessarily mean if I'm, at the same range as you and we're both going to feel the same, I might feel absolutely lousy and you might feel great. So you really have to do your homework. You have to put time into it. If you want to get better, you have to. But at the end of the day, exercise and nutrition are a big part of it.
Totally. Yeah, those help a lot with your gene expression because you probably heard me guys talk about this for so many times. But food is not only our fuel, our energy source, but it's also information for our genes. And whatever we eat has a deep, deep influence on our well being or on our disease. Either one, you can choose.
Yeah,
So it's very important that you choose the right foods for you. You don't have to go on a diet. I'm
yeah.
against diets. I don't know about you, Irene, but I don't know.
No, I'm not on a diet. I'm on a
It
meal
should
plan,
be a
and
personalized,
you know,
yeah,
you know,
personalized lifestyle that you have to
yeah.
keep every single day for the rest of your life. And that's how you can rebalance your body and keep it thriving and healthy. Absolutely. And you
Don't
made
get me wrong, Sabrina. Like I'll have a cheat meal. I'll have a drink if I go out. It's not that I can't eat this and I can't have that. And I've never been on a diet in my life. I am just on a nutritious meal plan,
yeah,
and I'm eating the right foods
yeah.
for my body.
Exactly. Yeah, personalized for you. Exactly. And also, I Will
Yeah.
Travel said diets are not sustainable. And that's exactly the truth. There are so many diets, and
No.
each one focuses on certain things. And so you can't be on a diet for years because otherwise you will,
No.
have nutrient deficiencies, vitamins or mineral deficiencies. So, absolutely. Yeah. So, finding
And
something
it's the same with
personalized for
training. You
you.
can't be in a calorie deficit all the time
Absolutely.
either.
Yeah.
You
So
can't
true.
sustain that either. So you have to, at certain times in the year, you have to bulk and you have to feed your body more,
Yeah.
because you couldn't sustain, only a certain amount of calories all the time.
Right. Yeah.
So, again, it's, just fill the plate up with fruit or veg, and you don't have to have these massive carbs. Yes, we all have to have carbs, we all have to have protein, but it's really as well, I suppose for me the big thing was cutting out fizzy drinks, because I just loved fizzy drinks. And now I drink these sachets, and they're called Bolero. I don't know if you get them in the States. I get them here. And basically what I do, because I have an issue with drinking water, and it's just me.
Yeah.
So basically what it does is it flavors the water for me, but there's no gluten in them. There's no added sugar or anything in them. So it just flavors my water, and it's totally flat. So there's no fizz or anything in it. And I have noticed a huge difference since I started drinking those. And I didn't think I would like something like that, because I'm quite a fussy eater. But I'm so used to them now that that's just part and parcel of my day, that drinking a lot of water is, you have to do it. You just have to do it when you have an autoimmune condition, because
Yeah.
you're detoxing your body as well.
Yeah. So true. Oh my goodness, you're sharing so many beautiful things, and we should be on
I'm
this
probably
show
talking too
for
much.
like 6 or 7 hours. Oh my gosh, I love chatting with you. It's so wonderful. Well, I think we are at the end of the show. But again, as I was saying, I would like to keep you here for a few hours more. But I know that our viewers have definitely something else to do. They cannot stay with us all day long. But please, please, please come back soon, Irene, because I know that we have to talk about so many things.
Oh,
And it's so
Sabrina, it's my
beautiful.
pleasure as always.
Yeah.
I mean, I learned so much from you too. So,
Oh,
we all learn from each other.
yes.
Nobody knows everything.
So true.
And we're all here to learn from each other and support each other and build each other up.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wonderful.
I'm
Well,
honored that you be on your
oh,
show,
I
by the
am
way.
honored to have you, and so that you're able to share your story and inspire others, as I was saying.
Well, I hope it helps somebody out there.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Where can people find you? I mean, you are on social media. Is there maybe a social media platform where you would like people to start following you
Uh,
and
See,
inspire
well, I share mostly my fitness journey on Twitter,
on
which
Twitter?
is at
Okay,
totally being me, because
okay.
that's me at
Yeah.
totally being
Yeah,
me.
definitely. Awesome. Wonderful. So, guys, please make sure that you follow Irene Beattie at Totally Being Me, and you will be blown away by, her vitality, her enthusiasm, her love for life. And again, despite the health challenges that she has been facing, she is such a strong woman. She is such an inspiration for me and thousands of people. So I want you guys to have the same opportunity to become Irene's friend and be inspired by her, because there's so much to learn from her. So much, and a lot of fun. She's a lot of
There's
fun
so many
too.
people out there. Job.
I think I lost you for a second. I don't know what you were saying.
Yes, I did. Sorry.
Wonderful. Thank
I
you
said there's
again,
so many
Irene.
people out there doing a wonderful job.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. But you are one of them. You are one of my biggest inspirations, I tell you. So thank you so much for being with
Oh,
us,
thank
Irene.
you.
And
It means the world to
I
me.
will call
Thank
you back
you.
again. I'll have you very, very soon on my show again. So the show is at the end, but I would like to remind you that my book is now available for pre-order, and you can order one copy or more if you think you have like family, friends, co-workers, colleagues, team members who might benefit from the book. And the easiest way to pre-order the book is right here. You can see this scrolling text at sabcad.link/book order. And guys, if this is not your type of book, you're not really into life work balance or optimizing yourself, it's very hard for me to believe that. But if you're not interested in that, that's totally fine. We're still friends. No hard feelings, of course. Any level of support is greatly appreciated, and just spreading the word about it will make a huge difference to me. So thank you again for joining. I hope you loved the show today with Irene and Betty. Make sure that you follow her on social media, and I will see you next Wednesday with another guest and with a powerful story. Have a good weekend, and I will see you in a few days. Bye, guys.